Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher Circus, and I am very hyped to go into this match because I'm playing against none other than the Richtofen, the zombie killer. He's a Butcher Circus myth and a Butcher Circus legend, this guy. Never talk to anyone, just play Circus on their free time and, you know, just enjoys themselves, like playing with this occultist chess team, as well as a flagellant Crusader Jester Arbalest team. That's the teams he plays. But today we have Chef's Stress number 7. That's right, we're up to 7 already. And is it really Chef's Stress number 7? Well, you know, it's tough to say because it just gets too much. It's too many numbers, Shep. The numbers, what do they mean? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, I thought there were only 5. No, number 6 is the Immortal Musketeer, so it's with the Musketeer in the back. And number 7 is now with the Plague Doctor, but honestly, these variations are just getting way too out of hand. Just call it Plague Doctor Chef's Stress. Now, I'm quite surprised my opponent doesn't go for the immediate pull on my Plague Doctor, because I would hate that. But since they didn't, I have a few decisions here I can go for. So, first things first, what I want to do is what I really want to do is drop the Disorienting Blast on this occultist, because that ruins my opponent's match. What I also want to do is drop a Defender, but if I do that, there's still Abyssal Artillery. And Abyssal Artillery sucks, and I don't want to have to deal with that, so... it's difficult, but because the Flagellant is here as well, and because my Flagellant has Reign of Sorrows, I'm just gonna be aggressive. I probably shouldn't be doing this, especially considering the defensive setup I got going. I feel like maybe it would have been a better move to just guard, make sure there's no pull into punish, because this is really what I'm scared of. I'm not too scared of the pull, because I can still, I can still Disorienting Blast. My opponent might also go for something else. Oh god, yeah, this is not gonna be good. My opponent is smarter than I thought. They're gonna go for the pull onto my Man-at-Arms, and then they want to pull the Plague Doctor, but it will not work because I have to guard the Plague Doctor the next turn, so I will do that. But for now, it is Reign of Sorrows time. But we go for the Reign of Sorrows first because we don't immediately have to go for this Disorienting Blast. I feel like this is fine. I doubt my opponent's going to guard with their Man-at-Arms. I highly doubt that's gonna happen. Even if they do that, I just drop a Plague Grenade, and it's still winning for me because I'm a Plague Doctor and they're not. Right, so the Plague Doctor does have a good time here. So this Chef's Stress number 7 versus number 4, by the way. And yeah, we go for the Disorienting Blast. We disrupt the hell out of this occultist. Do we get a Daze? Daze is right, yeah. The most reliable abilities in the Butcher Circus. It's just... Even the Acrid Vial, which is her specific trinket for the Disorienting Blast, because it has move skill chance, doesn't give you Daze skill chance, so you're always stuck at a 100% base, which absolutely sucks. It really does. 100% base means that you're never gonna have a guaranteed chance of getting a Daze, even against characters like the Occultist, like the Vestal, like the Arbalest, because you're not gonna run Brass Knuckles on the Plague Doctor, the trinket that gives you 10% damage and 20% stun Daze skill chance. You do that in the base game, you would go with the double stun on the backline, right? And you just enjoy yourself. So it feels like this occultist has resigned himself to dropping vulnerability hexes, which I honestly find really odd. I really wouldn't have gone for that. I don't understand. Maybe that was a misclick. Maybe that was a misclick because I feel like that occultist could have done a lot more things to just try and kill me here. He could have gone for the pull on my Abomination, which would have meant there's no Beast Spile, would have meant that my Flagellant would have to move forward. Overall, just kind of a bad time for me. I also had no repulse. It would still do as much stress as Vulnerability Hex, if not more. I don't really mind the minus dodge, but they could have also just moved back to make sure that their Abomination gets their Beast Spile, and then their occultist is back in a good position. And of course, I can still just drop another Disorienting Blast, so maybe not the wisest move, but yeah, no, that wouldn't have been the wisest move because I still have my Plague Doctor turn, but not the worst move by any means. So here I could actually focus this occultist. That is a possibility. I can try to focus him here, but I'd rather just do Reign of Sorrows. I feel like my team has way more DOT than my opponent does, because I've disrupted this Abomination from playing. Essentially, he's in position 4. I have DOT here, I have DOT on my Beast Pile, I have tons of DOT on my Flagellant, more than my opponent's Flagellant does, because they have a defensive one, they have defensive with Reclaim. And of course, this team, in terms of matchups, I feel like it's still gonna do well against those damage teams, so I don't really need to bring the Reclaim on my Flagellant, because if I see an Arbalest and I go first, I just guard. I have the Numbing Instance, I should be okay. Another thing I can do is drop with the Sorting Blast on the Arbalest, and then she can't shoot me anymore, and, you know, things go pretty well for me. And if she's guarded, she's a direct healer, which the Chef Stress teams really like, but often don't have. So in this situation, I could either heal the Man-at-Arms, but I feel like there's not enough DOT on him yet, so instead I'm just gonna drop the Plague Grenade. So I do have the Volatile Concoction and the Acrid Vial, so I do get very decent plus accuracy, so usually you don't have to drop a command buff on the Plague Doctor when you have this. And I have a lot of Blight kill chance as well, so even against the Abomination I can get the Blights off, but you know, unfortunately it doesn't work, but it's okay. So, right now I can go for yet another Sorting Blast, but I don't want to do that before the Occultist's turn. So I feel like the best move here is quite oddly, to just drop a Rain of Sorrows. Yeah, I think this is oddly going to be the superior move at this point, because I kind of want to keep all my other turns. Usually I just Houndsary here, but you know, this is not just a Houndsary team. Are they going to Bellow? Yes, they're going to do a waiting turn. And now I kind of don't want to click my Man-at-Arms. I did give him the Protector's Kite instead of the Pit Fighter's Helm in this situation, because I like the Pit Fighter's Helm because it lets me both get that extra stress dealt and the prod, so it's a very nice trinket. But with this Man-at-Arms, I knew that I was going to be guarding. That extra little 10% stress really wouldn't make a difference, because I'm not going to be spamming Bellow anyways. So having the Protector's Kite here means that I have more max HP, so the DOT doesn't really matter as much. Well, it still hurts like hell, but it doesn't matter quite as much as it otherwise would have. So now, oh god, that's a horrible act out. I go for the bolster, but he says no because he's masochistic. Man, that sucks. That really sucks. Oh, you should have bolstered round 1, Shep. Yeah, well, like I could have. If I did that, I would have missed the Rain of Sorrows. I wouldn't have been able to guard round 2, you know, just overall terrible things happening. So now they go for the Demon's Fall and they fail it. Oh, they failed the Demon's Fall. I guess I do have that extra move resistance, and my opponent goes hopeless. You know what? I would do the exact same thing. Did I get a riposte crit on it? No, they got the crit. Okay, they got the crit. That stress is actually gonna be game breaking for me, but hopefully not game breaking to the point that I'll actually just die. You know. Hopefully not that game breaking. I'm gonna go for this, and not really what I wanted. I wanted him to go to position 3, not position 1, but sure, I guess it's better than him going to position 2, because now if I drop the disruption on the Occultist, he might go to position 1 or position 2 and then disrupt the Flagellant as well, which would be good. So you have a lot of RNG when you use your Disorienting Blast. So my opponent punishes me by going on this Man-at-Arms. I definitely have to drop a heal next turn, or else he's just dead. I move forward with the Abomination, which kind of icky for me, honestly, but not that bad, because I didn't want to go for a Slam anyway. On the Man-at-Arms, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go for some of the Flash because that activates the Abomination, so this is actually a bit better. I get to go for a Rage on the Occultist. Sadly, I Mineral, so he's still dropping next door, but he's not dropping now, which is what I really wanted, but it's gonna be okay. We're just gonna wait a bit with our Flagellant. We're gonna de-transform, go Beast Spile, enjoy ourselves. Abusive doesn't move forward because Abusive can't move forward, Shepherd Doggy. We know this. We know this. I know you think otherwise, but we know that it can't move forward. They're gonna transform again. They're gonna get that Riches Cloak horror off, and yeah, it just feels good, doesn't it? It just feels good. So okay, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This entire match has been going my way because of me going first rather than my opponent, and also the fact that they had the Abomination in position too, so he's really susceptible to getting pushed. Usually in this team, I just put the Abomination in position 3. Sure, the Occultist can get pulled if you go second, but the Occultist being pulled and going to position 2 isn't as bad as Abomination going to position 4, because if he's in position 2, not only can you get stunned easier, you will also get pushed to position 4, which means you can transform right. But if you're getting pushed to position 4, it's by a stress team. And getting pushed to position 4 by a stress team is worse than getting somehow relocated to position 4 by a damage team. Because against a damage team you can still transform, you can still be fine. But the stress team is also going to transform, so their Abomination is just going to be outperforming you entirely. And we don't want that to happen now, do we? So another thing I don't want there to happen is this Man-at-Arms dropping to 0, so I'm going to do this. Richep, perfect Reign of Sorrow's turn. No, we wait. We wait for a little bit because they're Flagellant. They have to go with the Flagellant here because they don't want to drop their characters voluntarily down to 0. They go for the punish and whiff! Immediate bolster value! I love it, I absolutely love it. I can waste a ton of horror in this situation as well. I don't even have to go for the guard yet. I do not have accuracy, so I am going to go for the accuracy buffs here, just to make sure that one of these bozos doesn't get a fortunate dodge, and perhaps I get a crit. You know, I do have the Crimson Hook on my Flagellant, so Crimson Hook plus the command buffs. As we all know, 2 command buffs equals crits. I haven't said that in ages, by the way. 2 command buffs equals crits, that's an ancient meme. But, you know, 1 command buff still kind of equals crits. That's horrible. That is horrible for my opponent. I would not want to have that happen to me. Oh god, that's even worse. That's even worse. And now I think I can just... He's gonna have his redeem soon, but I think this feels quite hopeless. Yeah, I do think this feels quite hopeless. Shep, you could have punished the EMEA. Yeah, I'd rather just do this, honestly. I'd rather just do this, because the extra stress on the Abomination is going to be more impactful. If I get the Abomination out of the game, I still have my Flagellant Man-at-Arms duo, and their Man-at-Arms is useless against my Flagellant, so I feel like I will win this for sure if I get the Abomination out now. If I don't get the Abomination out now, then the corpse is gonna go away, and, you know, it's still an Abomination, he's annoying. My Abomination is dying soon because of all the horror that's stacked up on him. So I think getting him out is the wisest thing to do here. He's not enjoying himself too much. Abusive can stun someone, actually, that wouldn't be too good. I could get myself afflicted here, which I don't particularly want. I think the move is actually getting myself afflicted here, but Shep, you just said you didn't want it. Well, the thing is, I kinda wanna make this Abomination go boom. Oh, that's so unfortunate. He resists it, actually. Okay, he did have to move resistance buff, so I feel like what goes around comes around. But look at this, plus 30% move skill chance, it still fails. Just unfortunate, just unfortunate. I can't complain. This trinket has been doing me well. Sadly, it is not a fantastic trinket. It's decent, but I feel like it could be more. You know, I feel like it could be a little more. They immediately punish my Man-at-Arms, so I can't stay alive forever. But that should be perfectly okay. I don't have to guard anymore, because they no longer have an occultist. So, you know, I just dropped guards, and I haven't had to drop guard again, and that's just Protector's kind value. It makes the guard last so freaking long. And now this Abomination should be a goner between my Reign of Sorrows and the Horror. Yeah, he will be a goner. This Man-at-Arms is also quite close to being a goner. Maybe the heart attack from the Abomination will take the MAA out. That's actually quite likely here. And then it will be a 4v1, which is actually really freaking cool. Can you imagine that this team is genuinely decent? That I have made this team genuinely decent with a Plague Doctor. I actually see myself playing this. The only world where I don't see myself playing this is a world where Shieldbreaker exists, because she makes this whole strategy moot. With the Occultist, you're still kind of useful in position 2, you're still kind of useful in position 1. With this Plague Doctor, you're useless in position 1, and my guard strategy legit doesn't work. So with, how do you call them? With the Occultist, you don't really need to go for a guard strategy with the Man-at-Arms. You can kind of just let the Occultist chill on his own and just have a normal Man-at-Arms. But with the Plague Doctor, you really need to play around her, because she's very easy to disrupt. She only has 5% move res, and if she gets to those up-front positions, she'll still have the Sorting Blast, but yeah, she's just lacking so much. Wow, that's a very big punish. Sure sucks that it doesn't matter whatsoever, doesn't it? It must suck that it does not matter, because this match is essentially over. Richtofen does not surrender because he's playing with the Flagellant content of Absolution, so he wants to see if he can still take a character out of me, and I respect it. But yeah, he might even take 2 characters out of me, honestly. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna deny him taking the characters out of me. I want to finish the match quicker. I do want to finish the match quicker. I could have gone for manacles there, but I'm seeing if I can stress him out. I think there is a chance I stress him out because I have the Disorienting Blast. That might be a possibility here. Let's try. So Disorienting Blast is does 26 stress. Yeah, honestly, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. This Flagellant Gauntlet of Absolution shenanigans is just a bit too good. Men at Arms is just completely useless here. Yeah, I'm doing 2 stress. 2 stress, my beloved. Can you imagine if my opponent had Bolster instead of Rampart on their Men at Arms? This really wouldn't have gone too well, would it? No, it would not have gone too well. Hits themselves, but it's not the Exsanguinate. They might whiff it. Oh no, they dropped the command buff before they died. I wonder if they go for it. Nah, they don't want to prolong this match that long. They're just gonna go for the punish here. Get rid of the Men at Arms. You know what? Thank you for your cooperation. I will purposefully let my poor little A-bomb go. And the Flagellant might be the one to finish this off. No, it's gonna be the Plague Doctor, which is going to finish Richtofen off righteously. That's actually a medieval move, like finish him righteously or something. I saw a Scalagram video on it ages ago. The Knights would have to... how was it? They have... you know how... we don't have a Crusader here, but you know how the sword has like the hilt, the handle, and then it has the pommel underneath it. So you'd have to unscrew that or uncork that, and then you have to bash your opponent with the head, in the head, with the unscorked sword to finish him righteously. I think it was something silly like that. Wait, they didn't surrender yet. Oh my god, they actually went for the Exsanguinate. They baited me. They still think they can win this. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna take a bit longer than we wanted it to, but you know, it's whatever. Let's go for the Battlefield Medicine here. We might still win through stress if we only drop punishes. Sadly, you can't use Battlefield Medicine from position 2, nor does it heal yourself. That might be a bit too much. That might genuinely be a bit too much. I think if Shieldbreaker didn't exist, that would be too much. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. They missed my Flagellant. Oh god. Yeah, that's what you get. And GG's to Richtofen, and we do take the W. But yeah, that was something else, man. Playing against Richtofen is always so much fun. It's a shame because I've sent him friend requests like 10 times, and I have never gotten an answer. We've wanted to get him into the tournaments since like almost the very start of the Butcher Circus. I remember Mike filled one of the streams saying, "Oh, this guy, I'm trying to add him. Maybe he wants to join the tournaments," but he never says anything. Could it be the earliest Butcher Circus artificial bot to ever exist? No, of course not. Just someone enjoying themselves. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed today's video. Definitely give this team a try. It is surprisingly fun. It works, you know? If it's stupid but it works, it ain't stupid. And I'll see you again another time. Cheers.